I am a vendor at North America's largest year round market, and I often get asked a whole bunch of questions about how I became a vendor and what it's like being a vendor at the market. So let's go over those together. This market is called the St. Jacobs Farmers Market, and the number one question I get asked is Liv, should I apply to be a vendor? The short to long answer is absolutely. A lot of times you might feel like you're not ready to actually be a vendor right this moment. But when I applied, I almost waited an entire year. Wow. I almost waited an entire year. I think it was 9 months before I actually got into the market, into the spot I wanted. When I applied, I was 100% not ready to take that jump. However, in the 9 months that it took for me to actually get my spot, I did become ready. So, my answer to that is yes, definitely apply. Worst case scenario, if you're not ready when the time comes around, you can always decline. Yes, you do have to be here every day the market is open. That's Tuesdays in the summers, then Thursdays and Saturdays year round. I personally also work another job, so obviously I can't be here when I'm at my other job. So, what I've done is I've hired a trustworthy team. So, the hours of the market are Tuesdays 8 to 3, Thursdays 8 to 3, and then Saturdays 7 to 3:30. Another question I often get asked is about other people selling items here. For example, I sell scrunchies, so then the market wouldn't put another scrunchie vendor right beside my booth or even on my floor. So when you do become a vendor here, you don't have to have that fear that there's going to be like a direct competitor put next to you, which is really nice. The last question that I'm going to address is rent. A lot of times I get asked if it's affordable to rent a booth at the St. Jacobs Market, and I would say personally it is. I do have a smaller booth, so my rent is not as much as somebody else with a larger booth. So that's a really great point to keep in mind. The other thing is on their website, they do have a list, I believe, of all the different renting options. There are three different buildings and outside spots as well, and it just depends on the building and the space, and that would determine how much the rent would be. So that's one thing to keep in mind. I've been running my small business now for 3 years, so I've picked up some tips and tricks, and I really love sharing the info that I know. I wish there was something that I could have looked at and had my questions answered when I was just starting. So if you do have any other questions about becoming a vendor at a market or any other small business questions, let me know and I can see if I can help you.